Welcome to a 2v2 on Crossing in the Woods. This game's going to be Ciez and Siberian. Playing as Axis in the north versus Kilder and Clock Labs playing as allies in the south. All four factions will be represented in this game. Western and Eastern fronts. We've got Luftwaffe, Fortifications, Breakthrough, Spearhead, Jaeger Armor, Lightning War, Guard Motor, Mechanized Support, Guard Rifle, Mechanized Arms? Combined arms? Mechanized arms? What does that even mean? Like robotic guard rifles. Guard rifle, mechanized arms. Airborne, armor, and rifle company available to these players. Rifle company's not been selected yet, so it probably won't be, which on this map I can see why you wouldn't go rifle company. It's not really a rifle company map. I mean, some people would argue that every map is a rifle company map, but if there are maps that are not rifle company maps, this is probably not a rifle company map. Because it's a long-range map. Rear echelon troops moving to get this territory. Quick cutoff maneuver there at the beginning as well.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Sniper firing at these squads. They're going to be forced to retreat. A couple squads continue to work the right side. We will have tier 1 from the Soviets. Flamethrower goes in on those Volksgrenadiers. They'll get away just barely. Sniper trying to kite. So sniper opening from Sib. It's up to 6 kills, 3 minutes, so it's actually doing a lot better than the last his sniper on Eindhoven country so far. Doing about 2 kills per minute. Almost one more kill and he'll be going faster than that. Pretty good opening for that sniper. I don't think it's been forced to retreat yet. Keeping this Grenadier in front of the M3, he will prevent that M3 from closing in and forcing that sniper to retreat. Advancing his Grenadier screen up ever so slightly, and the sniper can snipe the infantry inside the M3 right there. So he's trying to pick off the flamethrower squad inside of that. To a pretty good start. I don't know if there's mischance on units inside the M3. He hasn't missed yet. Thank you, Cruz. Thank you, Cruz, for your $3 donation. I actually did just cast Captain Price's Blob versus Sib in a 2v2, like just now. Not just now, but like a while ago. There's the M20 Lieutenant tier from an American player. Going to send that left to try to assist. M20 has no armor skirts. It's trying to push around that Volksgrenadier squad. Pop smoke to try to escape. I think he might lose that. Yes, he does. M20 dies immediately to a Panzerfaust from his Grenadiers. He's trying to engage that. You shouldn't really try to push Volksgrenadiers with an M20 until your armor skirt's complete. He tried to push it around without his armor skirts, which puts you only 1 or 2 Panzerstrike shots from dead. And you're also extremely vulnerable just to small arms fire, so that engagement didn't go too well. M20 dies as soon as it hits the field. Rear echelon troops move to take control of the munitions over there on the right. Oh no! There's a squad wipe too. Clock Labs off to a terrible start. Loses his M20 and rifle squad during that engagement. The Soviet player has gone sniper after his M3. He's trying to pick off infantry at range. An infantry support gun has been fielded by Ciez, who has also picked Breakthrough and started fielding some Panzer Fusiliers. Infantry support gun's been buffed. I haven't seen it in my cast very much yet. But I think personally it performs really nicely on this map, especially if your opponent is blobbing. Pretty nice maneuver right there with the flamethrower. Manages to convince him to make a full retreat. There is a sniper right there, also without any protection from grenadiers. He's going to try and kite right. M3 is not sure what to focus on, and once he sees those grenadiers coming, he's going to pull back to safety, utilizing overdrive. How much is that again? 10. Yeah, it's not very much of a speed boost, but it's only 10 munitions. It's an acceleration boost, which in that situation probably made no real difference. But whatever. There's not really any reason not to use it, because Soviets, like a lot of Soviet abilities, it costs barely any munitions. And no commander pick from Kilder yet, but none of his commanders are very munitions hungry except for guard rifle combined arms. On the left side, Stern Pyos kind of retreat a little bit late right there. I don't know if they're going to escape. Lieutenant probably could have chased a little bit to try and get a volley off at slightly closer range in the red cover, but probably no way that was getting wiped without some blocking, infantry model blocking. Didn't block, Sturms get away. MG-42 set up over here on the right side. Second squad of Fusiliers moving up to assist. American player has gone major tier and is trying to get some fuel back under control. Meanwhile, the right side fuel also falling back into Allied hands. The Axis focusing more on munitions throughout most of this game. And once both fuel points are captured by the Allies, it won't be long before Shermans start hitting the field. Meanwhile, Kilder has gone guard motor, so he may not tech any higher than tier 1. But on this map, you should probably at least consider also tier 2. M3 moves to engage those Fusiliers right there. They will retreat. Infantry support gun has 2 kills. Firing at various stuff. I think that Ciez should probably move that so that it can fire a little bit more directly. He has it really close to a shot blocker right here, which means anytime it tries to fire in the center, it's going to take a really long time for the shell to connect. Whereas the shell lands quite quickly when firing directly like it did just there against that squad. This huge blob from Ciez might wipe the lieutenant. Panzer Strike snipes one of the models. Oh no. There he goes. Giving his Panzer Fusiliers a BAR, and Clock Labs has lost another full squad, bringing him down to 3 rifle. He replaced one of his rifleman losses, but 3 rifle squads of his original 4. No M20, and his lieutenant is dead. Pretty rough start. Over here on the right side, conscripts and combat engineers taking control of the victory point. A heavy mortar has been fielded by Kilder as well. May be able to make something happen with that thing against Ciez's infantry. Rifleman closing into short range against those Fusiliers. Might wipe them. That was a kind of a late retreat. I wasn't sure he was paying attention. Do get away though. Stern Pyos in short range convince 2 squads of riflemen to retreat. Kilder's M3 trying to force a retreat from that Volksgrenadier squad. Ooh, M3 just took a ton of damage from the infantry support gun of all things. Oh no! Oh, infantry support gun! 2 shots in a row. Oh, thank you, Sib. Yes, I'm happy to cast and I'm happy to post my events and stuff. That's very generous of you.
Yes. Sniper here.
That played a weird noise. That's not the noise I'm used to. I feel like my Twitch alert settings changed magically somehow. Or maybe I just heard it wrong. I'm confused. Grenade tossed at that mortar, plus infantry support gun fire. Mortar gets cleared. That is a heavy mortar. Ciez gets away with that. He's going to have a heavy mortar and his infantry support gun. I don't think he's going to get away, though. No. Nice follow-up by Clock Labs to make sure that doesn't get stolen with the paratrooper's grenade right there. Is this a new sniper? I didn't even know his sniper died. That's a new sniper. I missed it. I wonder what happened. Maybe the heavy mortar nailed it or something. I have no idea. Or maybe it got counter-sniped, actually. That's plausible. I don't know how his sniper died. That's a fresh one. So now I have no idea at what rate this sniper has been racking up kills, but losing a sniper always hurts. Grenadiers will win that engagement. Conscripts approach over open ground and take heavy damage doing so. Heavy mortar's been recovered by Clock Labs, so now it only has 4 men, making it actually a little weaker than usual. It'll be a little easier to decrew. He's going to set it up over here on the right side while he continues to try and hold the left with his infantry. It's not going all that well. He needs to do a lot of reinforcement and healing here in his base. His decision to go airborne will give him LMGs, which will be very nice on this map. And Ciez has also fielded a 2-2-1.
Forward structure under attack.
To try and hunt down the Soviet sniper. Guards are going to make that difficult, though. He's going to have to try and force those squads to retreat somehow, which if they do what they're currently doing won't be that hard. LMG's lasering them down as they cross the river. I don't know what that... He wasn't monitoring that squad. They were automatically trying to follow or attack something, and they get wiped. Pretty nasty mistake by Kilder right there, losing that full squad of guards and handing over a PTRS. Heavy mortar has to now retreat from the 2-2-1. Although the paratroopers that have currently crewed it do a pretty decent amount of damage to the scout car with their carbines at close range. Oh yeah, Sib's second sniper's dead. What happened? Where are they? I don't know how they're dying. I have no idea where his snipers are going. They just disappear. Suddenly there are no more downstairs snipers. Somebody that's more perceptive than me needs to be like, snipers died. Or something. Jagdpans are on the field. And it's well in advance of the Sherman, which goes straight for the... Oh my god! Oh no! Oh, with the speed boost from the road! Speed boost from the road! And both of those Grenadier squads die instantly. Oh man. Poor Ciez. Sherman crushes both Volksgrenadier squads instantly. Ciez may or may not have been watching at that moment. If so, I'm sure it was like slow motion. Riflemen are going to move to take control of the fuel. There are still 2 squads of Fusiliers and the Jagdpanzer available to counter what Clock Labs has to field. Bunker thrown up here in the center. And the Sherman pulls away from the Jagdpanzer, engaging that Fusilier squad. One squad takes a nasty HE shell and has to retreat right there, but it's fine. Grenadiers taking control of the munitions point right there. How's the infantry support gun doing? Only 6 kills. It hasn't really done that much. I haven't seen its suppression take effect yet either, but the Allies have barely tried to cross the river at all. And I don't think it's really been shooting that frequently. And he has never moved it into a more aggressive location when he's had an opportunity to do so, also. Para drops an AT gun for himself outside the US base right there. And he'll be able to utilize that against the Jagdpanzer if he can try and get it in range. Conscripts being forced away by Cib's 2-2-2 plus Grenadiers in the house, and he'll continue to maintain pretty much total control of the right side. Has the munitions even on the south side of the river. Ciez should be able to get back control of this side of the river as well. Blobbing a little bit, under infantry support gunfire, could lose in this engagement, needs to spread out. One lucky shot could be disastrous. The Jagdpanzer is available to support against that. Sherman, unfortunately, all infantry support gunshots missed. Ciez will be forced to make a full retreat. Clock Labs doing okay for now. There's actually a major right here. He could just retreat if the infantry support gun suppresses him. Wouldn't be the end of the world. This heavy mortar hasn't done anything since Clock Labs retook it. He needs to find a way to keep it useful over here on the right side. If he's not going to monitor it more carefully on the left and make sure it's always firing, he needs to, I don't know. He could always attack move it. Attack moving a mortar in this direction means that it'll slowly creep forward as the engagement moves forward, but he'd have to be careful it doesn't get too overextended if his teammate makes a retreat or something. Also, attack moving a mortar, this mortar would probably cause it to just fire from really far away anyway, since its range is so huge. I don't know. Just has to try and pay attention to it, if possible. Infantry support gun firing away at various stuff over here. Ciez continues to hold this line successfully. Sniper trying to take out team weapons. That bunker's not really threatened by anything as of right now. There's a fresh heavy mortar from Kilder with 2 heavy mortars on the field. Ciez's defensive line may struggle a little bit. It's pretty big though. Bunker, HMG, field gun. Pretty decent quantity of stuff over there for those mortars to chew through, so it'll take some time. Meanwhile, Ciez is counter-attacking back across the left side. Conscripts are pinned, Grenadiers moving up to support, heavy mortars not really hitting anything. The Sherman's been fully repaired and moves to engage. Ooh! And that might be a wipe. Huh! What was that? Is that a mine? I don't know what happened. Maybe was that a mortar or a mine or what? I don't know. Whatever it was, Grenadier squad's dead. It looked like a mine. Sherman makes his way back to the left side. Second Sherman on the field now as well. And needs the AT gun to screen against the Jagdpanzer while his Shermans clear out the infantry. His Riflemen won't likely be able to win engagements against those Fusiliers without Sherman support. Pretty good shot right there. That squad has to retreat. Jagdpanzer moves up to take shots at that Sherman from range. Meanwhile, Ciez has managed to make it a Tiger, having chosen Spearhead and utilizing, I don't think, any of the other doctrinal features yet. You will have access to smoke, recon fragmentation bombs. No mortar half-track, though. Not really in a position to be spending munitions like crazy on his doctrinal features either. Doesn't have a whole lot to spare. Just upgraded with the top-mount machine gun on the Tiger. And Ciez is finally going to move his infantry support gun up really aggressively, but I don't know if now is the greatest time to be doing that. It has no screening troops at all. I don't know what that maneuver was. It's probably gonna die. Okay, well. That's not good. Clock Labs gets... He's recovered an infantry support gun and a heavy mortar this game. Probably the strongest indirect fire I've ever seen US forces have in one game. If you don't count like pre-spam or something. Sniper has to retreat away from the Tiger right there. Over here on the left side, these 2 squads are taking control, fuel, and strategic points. American AT gun moves up to try and screen away that Tiger. Clock Labs splitting his forces a little bit, dedicating just enough to the right side to keep Ciez at bay while Kilder is regrouping. He's gonna send some guards here towards the center. Ooh, and he apparently cleared that machine gun with something, I don't know. They're dead. Over here on the right side, the AT gun's been cleared by the Tiger. And there's the T-34-85 call-in. Tiger is marked, needs to pull back to safety. If these 2 Shermans that go in with the 2 T-34s, that Tiger probably go down. I don't know if there's any teller mines over here yet. I don't see any, and There is one AT gun. That's not enough to stop 4 medium tanks, though. But Ciez has gone double Jagdpanzer, so big push by these 4 tanks. Probably fail if Ciez moved to support in time. Nasty hit from that HE shell. Forces that retreat. That squad gets wiped by a heavy mortar shot. Infantry support gun bombarding from range as well, but again, allies cannot charge across the river with this, waiting on the other side. Ciez's infantry is working on the left side successfully, forcing a full retreat from what infantry is over there. There's a fresh AT gun on the field being paradropped since this one's been destroyed. Tiger moving up to maybe take out some infantry. Needs to be careful not to overextend that Tiger. It will go down quite quickly to 4 medium tanks, especially if marked. But Ciez is definitely moving support. He has lots of support on that Tiger's flank right now. Of course, by revealing those Jagdpanzers, there's now no way that the Allies will make an overly aggressive push. Ciez has taken full control of the left side. Clock Labs infantry moving to counter now. Ciez probably won't be able to hold the line with what he's currently got over here. Just these 3 squads against those LMG paratroopers. And all tanks on their way to support. Axis tanks sitting idle on the right side won't be available to support in this engagement, and a Sherman will force a full retreat from everything Ciez has here. And there they go. Sherman chasing very aggressively into the base. Does not pick up that wipe. Volks Grenadiers moving up to try and screen the Sherman away. The Jagdpanzers are moving to try and support as well. One Teller mine right there, but nothing that those tanks are likely to hit. With HE shells equipped, they don't do too much to that Tiger. The T-3485s are currently sitting in Kilder's base. Self-repairing, I guess. Infantry support gun does suppress one of those two squads of Grenadiers, but they'll get away. And the rifle squad they were focus firing is wiped. Pretty good engagement for Sib right there. Over here on the right side, Kilder moving up is trying to destroy some team weapons with his PTRSs, get some territory under control while all Axis forces have been mobilized over to the right side, trading for territory pretty well. What little is over here will stall the Axis advance, and Kilder should be able to take most of the right side completely unopposed. Clock Labs is up to 11 kills on his recovered heavy mortar, so that's pretty good. The infantry support gun has 2. Hasn't done anything all that dramatic, and he's sending it left to support in these engagements. No Shermans have been lost, I don't think, so doing pretty well for armor in that regard. Meanwhile, Kilder has gone straight for Collins, hasn't lost anything either, and I don't think anybody has lost a vehicle except for the M20 and M3s and small things. Scout car is still alive, that's pretty impressive, although I don't think it's really done anything for a while. The sniper is still on the field, so if you can find an opportunity to catch it unsupported, you might be able to make something happen, but it's very difficult to use the scout car effectively at this stage of the game, other than as a spotter. And even then, it can be dangerous. Tiger moving up to engage over here on the left side. Oh, that infantry support gun hit was money! Instant retreat from that squad. This one has to advance while suppressed, but paratroopers are falling very low. AT gun wall on the Tiger will force that to reposition. This clump of infantry, a couple squads retreating from HE shells. Infantry support gun keeps that squad suppressed. Jagdpanzers move up to fire on the Shermans, and one of them falls to about half. But these AT guns will probably convince those things to pull back to safety. T-3485 is moving up from the right flank, dealing heavy damage to one Jagd, but it will get away as well, I think. This needs to pull away from Sib's pack right there. T-34 pulling back to safety. Infantry support gun up to 6 kills during that. Pretty good engagement for that infantry support gun. Firing directly without having to fire it over vision blockers into clumps of infantry. Off to a pretty good start with that. The heavy mortar, unfortunately, was not really in range to support during that engagement. Got 2 kills on something, but nothing like super ridiculous. Cut-off maneuver by these guards here in the north, and these guards moving to take the strategic point as well. Tiger
Enemy has stripped
hovering in
away
the area.
our
It's able to
lines.
2 Tigers now. This one getting repaired, and Ciez has gone Stuka. 2 Jagdpanzers into Stuka. Should be a pretty good build. Should be very useful for taking out the massed team weapons. There's a lot of team weapons over here. Sib has taken the center. Now that he has 2 Tigers on the field, he may be able to hold a wider area of territory a little more easily. Did that hit anything? Killed an AT gun. That's it, I think. Heavy mortar should be able to reinforce. No big deal. Losing the AT gun is a shame, but it's not that expensive to replace. Clock Lab's up to 230 fuel right now. Little bit of float. It's gonna throw out Jackson. Probably a pretty good time to get a Jackson. It's gonna be tough to keep it alive though with 2 Jagdpanzers on the field. One volley could be enough to destroy one, so something to be careful. Infantry support gun remains on the front line for too long and it's going to be destroyed. It's a shame. I feel like he had a really good engagement with that. It would have been good to preserve that. Ciez recovers it and pulls it back to his half of the river, I suspect. Meanwhile, heavy mortars continue doing what they can. Clock Lab's heavy mortar doing a lot better than Kilder's heavy mortar ever managed to do, apparently. Kilder still only has 2 kills. Lost his first one before it had more than, I don't even think it made it to that one.
Enemy infantry. Tank destroyer is ready for action.
Jackson available to support in this engagement. Sherman's doing as much damage to infantry as they can. Lots of Axis armor right outside the Allied base. Jagdpanzer's firing on Allied tanks from range. It looks like the Axis are not comfortable with this engagement and are disengaging. I'm not entirely sure they were going to lose that, honestly. I don't know. If they had focus fired the Jackson down first and then maybe one of the T-34s. They're in a pretty strong position right there, but there's no rush for the Axis. They don't really need to try and end the game. Just pull back, play it a little more safely. Rifle grenade off target over here on the right side. I thought those guards were going to win that, but apparently they decide to retreat. Sniper takes a nasty hit, and he's got to retreat. Heavy mortar bombarding the center VP. Triple cap going on the Allies, and they're really struggling to retake control of this game. Pushed all the way back into their base. And Kilder has actually, rather than spamming more Collins, decided to go tier 4. Tier 4 into a Katyusha and Su-85. Probably not a bad decision against 2 Tigers that might struggle a little with that Katyusha initially, but the Su-85 will certainly be nice to have. Meanwhile, Clock Labs has massed the munitions he needs for 2 P-47 rocket strafes. Stuka coming down on heavy mortar and does nothing. What the hell? That Stuka barrage did nothing. I guess he just aimed it a little wrong. It looked like it probably should have worked, but could have been a little closer to those mortars, I guess. Maybe he was just eyeballing it. In the fog of war. Marked vehicle goes down on that Tiger. It's taking damage from a AT gun at really long range. It should be able to pull back to safety. This Tiger moves up to try and clear it out. It's very close to being destroyed. Over here on the right side, Riflemen wipe a Grenadier squad in the river. That squad also needs to retreat. P-47 gets called in and it damages that Tiger's engine. A plane gets shot down by the scout car. I don't know if that Tiger's gonna survive. It is getting just barely clear of the strike zone, but if that P-47 already locked on, its next pass could destroy that Tiger. Here it comes. I think. Oh, no, not yet. Hasn't made up its mind yet. And it will get shot down off map, I think. Somewhere. Oh no, it lands over here and kills a full squad. Oh jeez, every battle tells a story. That's so unique. I've never seen that happen before. Infrared half track from Ciez, providing some vision. Oh, that heavy mortar hit! Jeez, 2 of Ciez's full squads just got killed by huge hits. One from a plane, of course, and one from a huge heavy mortar hit with infantry nearby. Ciez just took huge losses, although his army of vehicles certainly is impressive. Stuka, 2 Jagdpanzers, flak half-track to shoot down more planes and blow up more of his infantry squads. And the infantry, yeah, infrared half-track, I mean, sure, why not? On this map, the game's gonna last forever. Don't see any reason not to throw that on the field. Sniper working on the strategic point in the back. Guards may cause this support gun to change hands a third time. And it looks like it's going to get to safety. Flak half-track is setting up to push those guards away if they overextend. So, strategic support gun will be okay this time. 222, just kind of sitting over here on the right side. I think it got to from Vet 2 to Vet 3 just from shooting down planes. Could be wrong. I don't know. T-3485 is hovering over here on the right side. Su-85 has completed. Katyusha has completed. Apparently it's already fired. I didn't even see the first Katyusha barrage. It's 3 kills. Respectable opening barrage, I guess. Although with Ciez and Sib having most of their pop cap in vehicles, Katyusha may have a limited impact. It's good to take out infantry, regardless. Grenade's a little off target right there. Sib will notice the engagement and retreat that Grenadier squad just in time. Stuka firing at something. Clears the heavy mortar. That's why you gotta try and keep that thing reinforced and healed, to try and preserve the veterancy on it. Now it's gonna be back to Vet 0 when he recovers it. Conscripts run into short range on that 222. I don't know if either player is monitoring this. Sib notices first. And Kilder will simply retreat when he sees it happening. Tiger and 2 Jagdpanzers still available here on the right side. Vet 3 on that AT gun. Infantry support gun bringing it quite low. And zeroing assault artillery. Wow, that was the best assault artillery I've ever seen, I think. I don't think I've ever seen assault artillery kill that much. Clears 2 AT guns, one of which is completely destroyed, the other will easily be destroyed by one more shot from the Tiger if he chooses to do so. Got pretty good value out of that 200 munitions, unlike most usages of that ability I've seen. And I don't think Clock Labs noticed that that was coming down. I didn't notice either, until it was already falling.
The enemy still has 300 points.
Still not looking too good for the Allies. Only 50 points left. Can't seem to maintain control of the center or left. With 2 Tigers and 2 Jagdpanzers on the field, Allied armor stands very little chance of success against anything. Sib makes a bit of an aggressive maneuver right here and takes out a Jackson. And Su-85 isn't experiencing much more success. Almost being destroyed. T-34 has moved to support. This Tiger continues to defend the center. I don't think the Allies can recover from this situation. A fresh Jackson has been fielded. Another of Ciez's squads gets evaporated by a plane crash. The second one this game, I'm pretty sure. Or wait, maybe that wasn't Ciez. I think... Are those Grenadiers? I can't tell whose squad that was, but... I can't believe how many planes are killing stuff this game. It's too much. Tiger's a little exposed right there. Needs to pull to safety. P-47 rocket. P-47 just fell on some stuff over here too. Oh my goodness. That one gets shot down off map. That's like the only plane that got shot down this whole game that didn't kill something when it landed. Good lord.
The enemy is down to 25 points.
T-34 crashes into something else. Or no, gets destroyed here on the center point. Anti-tank gun destroys that. Sherman moving up to clear some stuff out. Maybe take out the infantry support gun.
Listen up! Listen up! Sherman, taking fire!
Paratroopers get the point under their control. At least the Tigers and the Jagdpanzers are still alive. Those are the linchpin of the Axis forces. Everything else is pretty easy to replace. As long as they can keep up the repairs on those 4 units, you should be able to maintain control of the game despite, you know, ridiculous plane crashes aside. Rear echelon troops working on the right side, VP. These paratroopers are working on the center. Under Tiger fire. Won't be able to stay here forever. Jagdpanzer's also available to support against that Sherman. Smoke being deployed to give the Sherman a little more time to try and counter infantry here in the center. Sib doesn't like the engagement, he'll retreat. Ciez moves up to work on it with his Panzer Fusiliers. And Sib's gonna get a little aggressive here. There's one Su-85 and an AT gun. He has a little bit of time that he can engage. He will bait marked vehicle. Successfully baits the marked vehicle. Plane crashes over here, it doesn't hit anything. So that's more ammunition spent by Kilder. Hopefully won't accomplish all that much. Ciez needs to stop blocking that Tiger's pathing with his flak half track. Ciez, move out of the way. Katyusha barrage over here clears out the infantry support gun. Pyo's moving to repair that Tiger. This one's been fully repaired. It's moving up to support the engagement for the center. IR half track just died to the AT gun, I think. Yeah. P-47 gets called in on the Tiger. Stuka's buttoned and might go down to PTRS fire. No, guards just got wiped by something. What? What the hell was that? It's clearly outside the strike zone. Apparently not, and the P-47 locks on and destroys it. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god, are you serious?
Vehicles can be marked and targeted.
Wow. Every battle tells a story, you guys. Esports ready, esports confirmed. Man, I can't wait for the big tournaments this year.
Troops are standing by.
Oh shit.
Engineers ready for assignment.
Tiger in the middle goes down. Tiger in the base dies. I don't even know how that happened. I have no idea how the P-47 targeted that. It must... I don't know. That was weird. That's very strange. I wasn't watching carefully enough. It must have still been in the strike zone when he activated the ability by just a tiny bit. I assume. Clearly by the time the plane locked on it was clear in the strike zone, but I was not expecting that to happen. Puts Sib in a pretty rough situation. He's got a lot of fuel reserves because of how really, really strong their map control has been. The Allies only have 17 victory points remaining, despite some pretty lucky engagements so far. Tiger gets fielded, making its way towards the front lines to try and preserve the center VP. And Ciez also has a pretty decent amount of fuel. He hasn't lost anything, so the Axis still have a great defense against tanks. 2 Jagdpanzers and they Still have the Stuka. They should be able to get the last 17 points off the board. Anti-tank gun gets set up over here on the right side. It's in range for the firing on that Jackson. Connects. Tiger shot connects. Jackson will go down. Nicely done. There's a stolen American AT gun available over here as well. The Tiger has been marked, so it's going to pull back for some repairs. It's falling a little bit low. Plane falls on the Jackson right there. No big deal. Infantry support gun.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Forces 1 retreat. Ciez trying to get control of this point. Get the clock ticking against the Allies again. Ooh, those heavy mortars though. Both belong to Kilder this time. Wipes that Fusilier squad. More infantry moves up to try and seal the deal. Grenades being exchanged with these heavy mortars. Wow! Heavy mortars plus grenade from those paratroopers, and another squad gets wiped. Ciez infantry force is looking a little thin now. It's gonna have to field some extra infantry. Allies will maintain control of the center victory point somehow. Scout car has to pull back a little bit. The Tiger has been fully repaired. It's making its way to the front lines. Clock Labs has munitions coming in pretty quick. He'll be able to use a P-47 again quite soon. Stuka is bombarding something. Might be trying to clear out those heavy mortars way back here. Not sure if he had vision. Not really. No, that was not really lined up correctly. Doesn't do much of anything. I don't think he knew exactly where they were placed. He was just guessing. Hits that Sherman. Doesn't die though, fortunately. Just does a bunch of damage. More damage than like V4 shots or something ridiculous. Maybe it was a little off target, I don't know. Flag half-track wipes the rifle squad on the left side, so the Axis are not about to lose control of that victory point. Panzer Fusiliers make their way into the central capture circle and are beginning to capture it. Tiger moves up on the right side, hasn't taken any damage yet. Heavy mortars are falling in the capture circle. They have to retreat. LMG paratroopers moving up will scare them away. Tigers need to try and screen away those paratroopers if possible. Stuka firing in the general area as well. A 50 cal has been fielded here by the American player for the victory point. Will suppress those Volksgrenadiers. May be able to win that engagement. Stuka firing in this area destroys the heavy mortar, I think. Unless it retreated. It retreated. Both heavy mortars still alive. Su-85 continues to provide fire against Tigers from across the river. And conscripts are going to try to get control of this victory point back and keep that clock from ticking. If it ticks for even just a very short time, the Allies will lose. Sib has a bit of a traffic jam problem here with his AT gun, and Tiger does manage to pull that back to safety. That 3 Su-85 is a pretty serious problem that the Axis don't really have a solution to. I think Ciez is trying to go Yag Tiger, but he's going to struggle to get the manpower together for that. The T-gun moves up with Tiger support to take out the Su-85 right there, and it does go down. Alright, never mind. I just said they don't have a solution, but I was wrong. It's dead now. Gets rid of that Su-85. It didn't keep its distance. And that's going to help a lot with that dead. Infantry support gun suppresses one of those guard squads. There's 2 Tigers available to support in this engagement. Clock Labs does have the munitions for P-47 and will deploy it right here. Takes shots at that Tiger. Bringing it quite low. The P-47 marked target combo is very potent. The Tiger needs to try and pull back to safety, and they need to shoot down those planes as quick as they can so that they don't make a second pass on that Tiger. I don't think it can get clear of the strike zone in time. Looks like both planes have been shot down, landing in this general area. Jackson moves up and kills something. Did the plane kill anything? The plane killed the Stuka. Oh my god, the plane killed the Stuka. Jesus Christ.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Tiger is clear of the strike zone now, right? No, not quite. Now it's clear of the strike zone. But the strike has ended. Sherman on the right side pushes away some grenadiers, and although Sib has harassed the right side victory point, the left side has fallen into Allied control, and the Stuka is dead. If Ciez really does want to go for Jagdtiger, I don't know if it's that he wants to go for Jagdtiger, or that he just hasn't spent any fuel because he needs to keep pumping manpower into reinforcements and fresh infantry squads. I don't know. Sib has lost that Tiger, bringing him down to 1 Tiger again. Actually, no, he's been at 1 Tiger, never mind. He lost that one a while ago. Right? I think so. I don't know, I can't remember. I guess I can check. Oh no, he's made 3 or 4. So yeah, that one did die just now. It's another dead Tiger to what looks like a P-47 strafe. Pretty rough game for Sib's Tigers.
Has been killed.
Tiger moving up to engage right here. This AC guns backwards. That gets cleared out. Tiger moving up aggressively to try and take out the Su-85, but he is marked. He'll pop smoke. I don't know. He has an AT gun available to support. His attack ground shots are missing. Su-85 shot connects.
We just lost a medium tank.
Sherman has to switch to armor-piercing rounds if he wants to contribute anything useful to this engagement. Tiger falls quite low to that Su-85 and has to pull back to safety. Su-85 will take out the Tiger at range, and it gets back with just a tiny sliver of health left. Meanwhile, Fusiliers working on the center. Oh no, paratroopers are not being monitored and get wiped.
We just lost a unit.
Grenadiers trying to take control of this point are successful, but the anti-tank gun has been wiped. Tiger is dead. Sib has exhausted all of his fuel reserves and cannot afford any more stuff. Heavy mortar wipes the Fusiliers in the center point. These Fusiliers trying to work on the machine gun on the left side before getting that point captured, and I don't think that the Axis are going to be able to get a double cap going.
The capture point is being overrun. Tank destroyer is ready for action.
Panzer Fusiliers taking control of the left side victory point. These two squads trying to take control of the center under double heavy mortar fire. Probably going to have a bad time. Grenade will get dodged. He should have kept moving around. He was so close. So close to finally capturing that. Even if he had, it would have just gotten captured immediately afterward, though. So whatever. Probably not worth losing the squad. The Jagdpanzers are both at Vet 2 and 3. They're doing pretty well this game, no doubt about that. Ciez could probably think about using them a little bit more aggressively with Sib's Tigers. They haven't really been working together for a while. Sib completely over here on the right side. Ciez, I don't even know. Trying to split his forces between the left and center. Axis still have a lot of time to win this game, despite how incredibly badly things are going for them. Two Jagdpanzers is an extremely powerful thing to have. this levels of veterancy. So, I feel that Sib and Ciez should work together on one victory point to just initially,
on the front line.
and then try and rotate from there. Not having the Stuka definitely hurts, though. These heavy mortars are just annihilating everything that steps into a capture circle. I don't even remember the last time this Katyusha fired. Nope, there it goes. Doesn't seem like it's done that much. Mortars almost wiped that Grenadier squad. He's got to retreat. Main allies will maintain a triple cap. Axis are about to fall to only 100 points remaining.
Here we come. Say again. Launch complete. Orders complete. We have 100 points remaining.
Fresh Stuka in production. Hopefully a plane won't fall in this one. If it can get those heavy mortars cleared and open up opportunities for infantry to advance, Jagdpanzer support, AT gun support. The Axis only need to get the victory points captured for a very short time to win this game.
We are down to 75 points. Half-time has arrived on the battlefield.
Folks Grenadiers will retreat from the engagement over there. Jagdpanzers are disengaging, falling a little bit low, taking fire from two different directions, but they do take out a Jackson right there. This one's also falling a little low. P-47 just got called in over here, I think. Right? Or no, that's marked vehicle. And P-47, yes. P-47 comes in on the Jagdpanzers, bringing them rather low. They need to get clear of the strike zone. It looks like they're going to be okay. They have a very narrow frame, so they are pretty good against P-47 actually. But it will push them away from all engagements. The center victory point is going to fall back into Allied control. Fragmentation bombs called in on some infantry don't really do anything. The Jagdpanzers have both managed to get to the safety of the base. Nothing too serious right there as it targets that Jagdpanzer. The Allies are going to get the triple cap going again. The Axis have only 42 points remaining. Sherman trying to protect the left. Stuka firing on something. The center. Does pretty good damage to those guards, forcing them to retreat. Point is going to remain decapped. On the left side, 50 cal plus Sherman will push away those Fusiliers before they can do anything on this point, and the right side point is also protected by a Sherman. Lone squad harassment fails, and the Fusilier squad attempting it is wiped. Or Grenadier squad, or I think Grenadier squad.
We are now down to 25 points. All complete.
There goes that Jagdpanzer. Scout car had a really good run, by the way. That scout car lasted 55 minutes. You don't see that very frequently, so honorable mention to the scout car. 55-minute long survival time. Well, I gotta say, Axis looked like they had this game pretty much in the bag. I am amazed that they managed to lose control of this. I think by my count, due to either random plane crashes or just non-intuitive UI, at least 3 Tigers died, a Stuka, a lot of infantry squads. I have never seen plane crash RNG this bad. This was so insanely ridiculous. GG. Allies win.